Hello and welcome. Today is the 21st of December, the winter solstice, and we're going to be reading The Magic of Christmas by yours truly, Maytreya Salamero. There was a time that I loved Christmas, and technically speaking, I still do. But in the last few years, it's almost as if the magic and the spark of it has disappeared. It's hard to keep it alive when most of the people around you don't really care about it. I got my first real Christmas tree this year. My flatmate was just humouring me, but they don't really care much about it. They know it's important to me, and that made me very happy. It makes me think of that one Christmas when I was little. It was probably the first Christmas at our house. I had the cutest dress on, and my parents took some pictures of me smiling as wide as I physically could in front of all the presents. There weren't many, and the tree was small and plastic, but it was the first at our house. Or maybe it's that other Christmas that I spent 2 hours setting the nativity scene with my dad, telling the story of it, which included Playmobil and so many other toys. And then finally we set it under the tree as the wise men reached Bethlehem, which of course had a lot of dad jokes and funny banter between all of the characters. I think one year it even had Rex from Toy Story. Maybe I have always loved Christmas so much because of how magical the idea of Santa and the wise men bringing presents was. And I can say my dad always made sure to make it extra special. The wise men had different personalities and styles in the way they delivered the presents, which, you know, one of them being an absolute prankster. But Santa was always my favourite. I was usually so excited on Christmas Eve that I would end up always sick on Christmas Day. My mum would be away visiting her family, and my dad and I would join later. One year, I remember, we had an electric thermometer, and instead of saying that I had fever, it said that I was 35 degrees, which my dad laughed and said, "Well, daughter, according to this, you're dead." Back in 2016, it happened again. I was sick on Christmas Day, and Dad and we had to travel across Spain to meet his wife for Boxing Day. I was pale white the whole 8-hour trip. When we got home, he just said, "Just like when you were little," as I was falling asleep. When I was 7 or 8, my best friend broke the magic for me. I remember refusing to believe her. I wasn't ready for that one thing that made me so happy to not be real and disappear. And now I'm older and the magic is gone. But I'm a stubborn human, and I try my hardest to make it special. Send Christmas cards, find the perfect presents for all the people I love. The whole lot. Because that's the point, isn't it? To make those you love happy. To share a warm drink and have a joyful time. And with that, I'm hoping that one day the spark of magic will be rekindled again. Because, yeah, I love Christmas.